Welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion, guys, for episode 3 of the My Top 5 series for Game Week 9. Of course, we're going to discuss midfielders, but before we get into that, I need to shout out the great folks at Last Man Standing Productions, your home for all your content creation needs. Of course, if you have a family shoot, if you have a business that you want a photo shoot done of, if you have that next big hit that you're working on and you need a music video done, this is the place to be at. Last Man Standing Productions. Let's get into it. All right, so let's get into it. So midfielders, of course, we have to talk about Mbuemo. I know he's a funny one, not too much end product, but he always getting on the end of some decent chances, just not putting them away. They're playing Leicester. Leicester's defense not too hot, even though they did well against United. They still got 2 goals in. I think his link-up play with Tony is very good, and I think he's a decent asset for at least a few game weeks coming up. Son, of course, you can't. Come on, it's Son. Son is doing Son things. He had a great game last week and a great game the week before. He's doing well, being consistent as usual. Against West Ham, not looking too hot. Yes, they won against Everton, but took them a while to break them down. I think West Ham will have some trouble here against Spurs, so Son might be a very good asset. I know he's expensive, but especially with the uncertainty with certain midfielders now, I think Son might be a decent get. Rafinha. So Rafinha's back in the fold, back and ready to play. Now they're playing against a tricky Wolves outfit. Wolves doing okay. They're having a decent, run-ish so far. But Rafinha's been very clinical. Had a great international run for Brazil, doing really, really well. I think he's going to carry this form into the league now and really push leads. So let's see what could happen from there. Of course, Sadio Mane, I know these episodes are only touching expensive players. We try to stay away from these expensive players. But consistency is consistency. Mane is looking like a top asset right now, doing really well, having great FPL returns, playing against Man U. And that's a very, very, very very big game. So I think that's a great he's a great asset to have and to jump in on. So I will definitely suggest Mane. And of course, last but certainly not least, Gray. Now I know Everton not looking too hot right now, especially with the lack of the Curry, no DCL, but Richarlison should be back. They still have Townsend, still have Gray, and Gray playing against Watford. I think he's going to have a very good game against them. He's doing well so far for the season, and I'm not going to doubt his end product against them. So that's it there for this installment of my top 5. There has been your midfielders. I am going to, of course, our next stop will obviously be strikers, our next and last installment. As usual, guys, happy picking.